Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video that I have been threatening to do since I started YouTube and I've just not got around to it. So here it is. It's going to be my chat about my skin, my struggle with spots, acne, pigmentation and all the rest. So grab yourself a hot drink, a cup of coffee if you're watching them in the morning. I love to watch YouTube videos over breakfast before I go out. I don't really know, whenever you guys are watching it. It might be evening, it might be whenever. It might not feel like a drink, but if you do, have one. Anyway, where shall I start? Okay, so I'll start with a brief history about my skin. I had pretty normal skin in my teenage years. I was quite spotty around my nose, I had quite a few blackheads and, you know, just the usual things like that. And then I noticed when I started drinking Diet Coke quite a lot when I was about 18, I broke out really badly all around my forehead and I didn't realise it was the Diet Coke for about a year, and then I stopped drinking it and that skin really cleared up. And I also went on the birth control pill Dianet specifically for my skin to try and help and regulate my acne, and that really helped as well, but I was only on it all in all for just under a year and a half because I was worried about all those hormones in my body and what the long-term effects would be, and I personally don't really like taking things like that. I don't really like resorting to pumping yourself full of hormones and chemicals to kind of try and fix a problem. I think there's always another solution. So I came off the pill, I went on a different pill, like a slightly less hormone-y one, and I noticed my skin didn't really have too much change, and I was really happy with my skin. I ate a really crappy diet and I got the odd spot always on my forehead, nowhere else, but I did have smatterings of pigmentation around my jaw area and by my cheekbones, and that was just something genetic that I had from a young age. I always used to wear SPF. Now fast forward to February 2013 and I decided to come off the pill for good. Like I said earlier, I didn't like any of the chemicals or things that it was doing, and I just thought, you know what, let's just give that a miss. So I did, and everything was absolutely fine. I didn't notice any changes, nothing changed for about 7 months, and I thought, wow, I am so lucky that I've had all these hormones in my body and like coming off them and nothing has affected me. So I felt very, very relieved. Then, round about September, October time, after a summer away in Italy where I got hooked on daily lattes, I noticed huge awful breakouts around my cheeks, really sore under the skin, cystic, lumpy, horrible. So September time I noticed this, and this also coincided, so it coincided with about 6 months off the pill, a summer of excess and a summer of lots of milk consumption, which, another little fact, I've never really eaten dairy ever since I was quite young. I've kind of always avoided dairy, I just don't particularly like it. And number 3, starting blogging a bit on the side, doing a bit of beauty blogging, not so much fashion, beauty blogging and trying out lots of skincare products that brands would send me. So all 3 culminated all at the same time in the epic breakout of 2013 where my skin was just horrible. I was depressed. I went to see dermatologists. They prescribed me antibiotics. I didn't want to take the antibiotics because I came off the pill for a reason. I didn't like that stuff, and you guys know that stuff, and I was really, really, really upset. So I kind of thought, okay, what am I going to do? I then got engaged that December 2013, and beginning of 2014 I was like, that is that. No more crazy skincare and no more dairy. Literally, I was just like, you know what, I tried to cut out dairy a few times. It was unsuccessful because I loved my lattes, I hated soy milk, all the other replacement milks, but I was just like, you know what, Trajan, no more dairy. So I stopped dairy, immediately noticed an improvement in my skin, especially like I wouldn't get a brand new cystic spot daily or every other day, which is what I was getting before like the old ones would heal, another one would like come up and it was horrible. So I stopped the dairy, and things were good for a while, and then I pared down the skincare routine and I started using Environ products. And if you guys watched me when I first started YouTube, you'll have seen me talking about them and speaking about them all last summer, so I was using Environ. Again, the skin was pretty good. And that kind of stayed the same up until the wedding. I literally tried to really make sure my skin was as well looked after as possible. The simplest routine, no dairy and everything else. Then the week before the wedding, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go the full hog here and I'm going to give up sugar and wheat. And for the first 3-4 days that I did this, my skin was incredible. It was amazing. I just had an amazing facial with a woman called Joanne Evans. She is one of the best facialists in London. I went to see her about 4 or 5 times in the year before the wedding. She's always super fully booked though, which is quite annoying for me. But yeah, I just had an amazing facial with her. She had full extraction and everything else. So I was like, right, let's go for this. No more sugar, no more wheat. Let's do this. Lead up to the wedding. And then I ate so healthily, like so healthily. I actually got like cravings for something sweet and I'd like bake something using a garve or whatever else. It was only 1 week, bear in mind, nothing big. Then I had 2 nights where I didn't really sleep because I was excited and nervous and worried about my bouquet size and little like random things that happened before the wedding, or like, you know, little mini dramas that seemed like such a big deal. And I noticed I had literally had a few breakouts over the wedding and I was like, what the hell? I've not had dairy, I've not had sugar, I've not had wheat, my skincare routine's been so simple, I've not used a random product. And then it just hit me, of course, like the #1 thing that affects me and my skin is my stress levels and my sleep levels, and it's so obvious. And so the fact that I didn't really sleep so well, of course I was going to get a spot, and I could have, you know, not eaten any sugar for a year and still ended up with a spot. So that's when I kind of realised that my skin is so much more than, you know, just something you can treat with a few products. It really is like, it's such a huge organ, and it really is like part of you, and so your well-being really has to do with your skin. And this is kind of what I'm trying to get across in this video, is that I can sit here and talk to you all day every day about my monthly favourites, and yes, they help. Effaclar Duo Plus helps a huge amount. Cerazinc, La Roche-Posay and Environ are 2 of the best ranges I can think of, best skincare ranges for problematic skin. Clarins as well, fantastic. You can go and you can spend a fortune in Space & K, you can go and buy beautiful face masks, and yes, your skin will look good, the quality will be good. However, if you do not eat correctly, and if you do not sleep, and you don't exercise, and do whatever else, and your well-being is in a not negative place, but in a frantic place, you run the risk of a breakout. So now I'm far more kind of gung-ho with my skin. I'm more chilled out. I don't obsessively try and use skincare products. I try and eat well, but if I want chocolate, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna have some chocolate. And I try and have a really good night's sleep. I go to sleep really early. I'm in bed always before 10 p.m. I'm asleep by 11 o'clock. If I'm still awake at 11:30, I feel like, whoa, what's going on? And I wake up every day around 10 to 7. And that sleep, those hours are so precious to me. And I've noticed since having those hours of sleep, and I've been eating quite naughtily over the last few weeks, I've definitely been indulging in a few chocolate puddings here and there, my skin has been okay. I've got like 1 breakout, I had like 1 breakout in my period. Like, I'm talking about, when I say breakout, I mean like literally just like 1 single spot. The quality feels good, and of course I'm going to put it down to some amazing products as well. But I think my new like sleeping routine is definitely helping. So I think for me, and what works for me and my skin is, yes, like lots of lovely, simple, streamlined products, you know, nothing too fancy, but also a really good amount of sleep. And I think everybody always talks about drinking more water for your skin, and yes, water is great, like drink more water, but I think sleep is the #1 most important thing you can be doing for your skin. Having a good night's sleep, de-stressing before you go to bed. Don't look at your phone, don't look at emails, read a book. If the book is going to stress you out, don't read the book. Watch some TV. If it's scary TV, like I sometimes watch, like my husband sometimes likes to watch really scary things before bed, and I like them too, just not before bed. Don't watch them before bed, because then you're not going to be able to sleep, you're going to be able to be stressing or whatever else. I have a little bit of OCD in that I have obsessive thoughts, and I get quite stressed and easily stress myself out, and I've just found a way of dealing with that, is just to totally like let go, concentrate on something really shallow, mundane, like something silly, and then your kind of thoughts just float away. It really is just like letting go. So this video is a weird one, like it's beauty related, yes, but it's kind of also like well-being and looking after yourself. Exercise is fantastic as well. As a little side note, I once had a huge spot, and I went and I did a spin class, and the sweat, and I wasn't wearing any makeup by the way in the spin class, but the sweat and the steam and everything else of being in the room, I came out, the spot had shrunk by like 10, it shrunk by 10 times. It was like minuscule and it was like big before. So exercise really does help, and like working it off and having happy endorphins and all these things help me sleep more as well. So I think if you're struggling with your skin, then definitely give those a go too. In terms of pigmentation, I haven't found a miracle yet. I do find the Clarins Gentle Exfoliating Toner has helped regulate any new scars I would have got, but in terms of my old pigmentation and acne scars, they are here. And I think if you have darker skin tones, it's really hard to kind of get rid of them. So I'm trying, that's my next thing to speak to you guys about. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about acne, and if you guys have any questions or anything else, I can do another skincare or like skin in general and well-being Q&A video. So maybe leave some questions below and I'll do that in a month or so, talk about like well-being or lifestyle or anything else you guys might be interested in. So let me know if any of you guys have similar skin to me. I'd be quite interested in hearing like your tale and how you've dealt with it. And don't forget to check out, oh, just thought I'd let you know by the way, in terms of dairy, I gave up dairy. This will probably be a question, and because I'm rambling, I probably didn't address this. But I do still have coffee every day, and I have almond milk, and I don't use sugar in my coffee, I use agave syrup. And so it's a lovely little like guilty pleasure, but not too guilty because it still feels quite healthy. I'm a coffee obsessive. I only have one large one with like 2.5 shots in every morning, and that is my that keeps me going. So I love almond milk, and in terms of cheese and everything else, I've never really been a cheesy fan. I'll allow myself the odd slice of pizza very, very rarely, but that is quite literally it in terms of dairy. I'm actually quite strict, and my skin definitely reaps the benefits from it. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my blog and my Instagram and all the other social media stuff, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!